I'm Carol Dollard from Colorado State University, and I'm an energy engineer at Colorado State, and I get involved in renewable energy and energy efficiency projects, and that's what got me involved in this biomass project several years ago. So why do we get into the biomass business? Our partners at Colorado State Forest Service are part of the umbrella organization that is the land grant that is Colorado State University. And they came to us and said, hey, we've got a lot of beetle kill trees in Colorado. How are we going to get rid of some of this wood? Now, frankly, burning it is not the highest value use. If you can come up with other uses for that timber, great. But we figured that burning it here in a controlled environment is much better than uncontrolled wildfires or burning slash piles up in the woods to get rid of the wood, because this is a much better, from an air quality environmental standpoint, is that we can control the combustion and make a much cleaner burning situation. Another benefit of this plant is that it reduces greenhouse gas emissions for the university. Part of my job at Colorado State is to do the greenhouse gas inventory every year. And when we burn wood chips, not natural gas, it reduces our greenhouse gas emissions. It's because the greenhouse gases associated with the trees, the carbon is sequestered in the tree in the same 100 years that it was cut down and burned. And so there's almost no net carbon emissions from burning solid wood. When we first got into this business, we wanted to start with something that was little so that we could feel comfortable with solid fuels. You know, we're really comfortable with natural gas boilers. We play with them all the time, but this was a new technology, at least new to us, and we wanted to make sure that we weren't taking on more hassles than we needed to. What are the economics of this plant? When we started here, we started small because we wanted to understand it better. What we've discovered in operating this plant for several years is that this scale doesn't play well economically, at least in the current environment that we're in. Your environment could be very different. Now, remember that we're competing with natural gas here at Colorado State University. If you're in a situation where you're burning fuel oil or you're heating with electricity or some other high expense fuel, I would look very hard at biomass at any scale, because I think the economics could be very promising. And again, in our situation, we're unique here, but I think everybody needs to evaluate their situation and see what their competing fuels are. So, would I do this again knowing what I know now? I think the answer is yes and no. I think I would still take biomass very seriously. Would I look at it at a different scale? Yes, I would. I think you need to go to a larger scale to make this make sense. Now, does that mean I would discourage you from doing another small system like we did? No, we've learned an enormous amount here, and we feel comfortable talking about bigger systems. And if that's what it takes for your administration or your leadership to say, yes, I'm comfortable with that technology, then go for a small boiler, because I think you'll learn a lot.